Yokai Watch is a franchise of Japanese origin that started back on July 11, 2013, before seeing an international release in 2015, and while the series still continues to this day, it has seen a slight fall from the highs it once had. Hello and welcome to the Absolute Gamecast. Today on Steady Decline, we dive into the Yokai Watch series to discover what caused the series to drop in popularity over time. Starting with some context, here's the basic story of Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch is a monster collector RPG franchise developed by Level 5 Games, with a simple story. Yokai are invisible spirits who are responsible for life's daily annoyances. Yokai are not typically visible to humans, but can be seen either by being born with the ability to see them, or with the use of the series' namesake, the Yokai Watch, a device that allows humans to see yokai by looking through its lens, making them fully visible but only to the watch user. When humans and yokai become friends, the human will receive the yokai's medal, allowing them to summon the yokai whenever they're needed. At the time of this video's creation, the series consists of 4 main games, an accompanying anime series with a handful of movies, and a wide variety of spin-off games under its belt. But what caused the series' popularity to take a massive hit? Let's take a deeper look. As with many series, when Yokai Watch first released in Japan, it saw fast success, becoming one of the few games in its genre to potentially rival Pokemon in popularity. Tons of Japanese stores had countless types and amounts of merchandise dedicated to the series, the main game sold millions of copies each release, and characters from the series even featured in a number of Japanese parades and festivals. To say the series was big would be an equally big understatement, but regardless of the series, the problem with that level of fame is that eventually the magic fades, even if slightly, and when it does, that can be hard to escape, which, while it didn't have a giant impact on the series overall, with it still having a sizable audience to this day, with a handful of the recent titles not selling as well as the earlier entries, it's easy to see that the series could be beginning to fall into this trap. As the games are still successful regardless, I definitely believe that they will bounce back. The impact of the oversaturation was already pretty small, and if recent teasers are anything to go off of, they're likely cooking up something big that could give the series the new start it needs. The next red flag is limited popularity. What I mean by that is that most of the things listed on the previous point were near exclusive to Japan. Internationally, while the series was still undoubtedly popular, it never really reached the same highs as it did in Japan. Due to a drop in popularity internationally, in the US we only ever got 3 of the 4 main games currently out, and only a small number of the total of spin-offs, many of which are now offline. While Yokai Watch is still continuing in Japan, it has been a few years since any projects from the series were released internationally, which means while Yokai Watch still has an international audience, without the games being localized, the amount of sales aren't as high since they're shipped to fewer places. It's possible to play these games outside of Japan, but to do so, you need to make a Japanese account on your Switch to access the Japanese eShop, which may not be convenient for everyone. So a lot of international audiences have likely not experienced many of the newer games, and some fans have moved on from the series unaware that it's still going today. Even though Yokai Watch might have fallen from once being heralded as the Pokemon killer, it still lives on to this day with many fans worldwide who still continue to follow every release, and is still being covered by a number of YouTubers, including myself, I guess. There's also currently a teaser from Level 5 that's all but confirmed to be a new Yokai Watch game, so the series is far from over for the time being. That's about all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Not gonna force you, do what you want. Thanks for tuning in, and that's the video. Bye.